Okay, test. Okay, test. Is that any better? Oh, that is better now. Okay, that's all the links set up. So I did have something weird happen there. When I went to go to stream, it made 2 streams, but then again, I do have a vertical plugin, so I'm gonna have to figure it out. I'll do it later off stream with just a private stream, and see if I can stop them both going live at the same time. Because I don't want to have 2 live streams just going up at the same time. That'd be quite annoying, wouldn't it? So, Yeah, I'll figure that out later, but for the time being, I got rid of it and it's good time to make art. This right here, I need the color blue. And I can get... Oh yeah, I didn't make the color section, so let's just get that done. So the color sections go underneath it at this point. Oh hey, welcome! How are you? Okay. Oh, this is what I'm working on. It's for my new stream. Well, the future ones. Oh, thank you. Yeah. It didn't take too long to make, but I'm happy with the results, and it'll look a lot better once it has color, shadow, and lighting. But that's what I'm doing just now. I'm going to put a lot of color into it today and finish the rest offline. Because it'll take a day or two to finish it off, but this is just because I want to stream it. I love playing Pokemon, but I really do like making art as well, so if I can play Pokemon or make Pokemon art, I'm pretty happy. So how are the shiny hunts going for you in Pokemon ZA? Gotten anything good? Oh, that's a good one. I've been trying to get that one for a while now. But I got a Gardevoir and a Carvanha. Actually, two Carvanas, a Gardevoir, and a Dynamo. Oh yeah, I was happy too. 4 shinies in one day. That's pretty good for me. So yeah, this is pretty much just a chill stream. Like, I'm going to stream more Pokemon ZA tomorrow, but for tonight, I just want to make some artwork. Mhm. How's your day been? Like, my day has been pretty cold, but overall it's good. Do you post Pokemon content yourself? Because if you do, I could make a channel link for you. Oh, okay then. Because the way it works is like I can add a link, and if that person was posting content and I follow them, I can just go like, and as you see, it'll just my little Nightbot will share the link for that person's channel. It's pretty neat. How many shinies do you have in your 11 decks now? I've got about 15. That makes sense. I will do the same. Well, I will do anyway once I have more of them. Right now I have so many of them to get that I'm just running around going into every zone and seeing what I can get. Once I'm nearer to about 100, I'm going to focus in on some of them, but for the time being, I just need to get as many as possible. Oh, I have, but I just prefer to run around for the time being, see what I can get. hmm So, is Pokemon the main game you play? Because Pokemon is the same game that I play most of the time. I have one Super Mario game, but that's about it. Mhm. Okay, so this is my Pokemon save at the moment. As you can see, I've sorted them into Pokédex order, so they're just like So I figured out a nice little run you can do around this area. I'll show you it, right? And it allows you to check a whole bunch of Pokemon and keep resetting them without actual going out of the zone. So you start here, right? And just up to here. So the shark, because it's shiny, you just move on. No. Now when you get over to here, this checks the Dynamos. So you don't actually need to go into the Dynamo bit to check them, it just automatically checks them once you reach the ladder. So then you can check all these ones here, the watchdogs, the watchhogs. You come up here, you got more watchhogs that you can check. You can check that the Alpha Arbok up there, not shiny, so just keep going. Then you come here. And you can check the Arboks over there, and none of those are shiny, so you just drop down. And that's it reset. And you can just like keep doing that little quick loop, and you can check on multiple static alphas and just a general Pokemon. Well, I like this because you don't actually have to fast travel. And the problem with the fast travel is that every time you do it, it doesn't autosave. So if you say you don't want to add in more time to your save, you can just like run around here in circles, and then when you're done, just close the game, and it'll be like your save file hasn't had any progress done to it. So I like that for that reason. I'll do it once more, then I'll go back into Photoshop, but... Oh. I'm trying to keep mine minimal as possible. Let's do a minor set just now. This is my Nintendo Switch, and if you look at it, game-wise, I have Mario, Fall Guys, and the rest is Pokemon. I really should remove Fall Guys because I've only played it once, and the people I played it with, I don't think they're going to play it again, but it's still there. I'll remove it later. This one I've played some. I thought I'd like it a bit more, but it's not a bad game. Yeah, they're all physical. Every one. So that has the DLC. That has it. They all have DLC. At least the ones that actually have DLC. That's my friend code there if you want to add it. You don't have to, but that's there if you want to. Oh no, but I'm gonna pick it up before it actually comes out. Maybe in a week or two I'll buy it, but not at the moment. The DLC does look very good. It's just that I've been buying other stuff at the moment, so I'm just holding out for another week or two, and then I'll get it. Okay, take care. And I hope we get more shinies soon and complete that Chikorita line. Oh, and thank you for visiting. Okay, so right now I'm working on the skin tone, and then I can add layers above it. So that's what I do. You can put the base tones in and then just add above it. Okay, this is coming along. Pretty good too. You see how it overlaps there? That doesn't really matter at the moment. In fact, it doesn't have to matter at all, depending on how we set up the layers, but if I want to be proactive, then I can just erase it as I go, but because the actual Lana parental layer is right above there, you don't have to worry about it. And I'll show you what it means. So if I get Lana, okay, and I go into the parent there above, I activate this and use them out. So here's my right, sorry about that. So I have this color reference here, which I'm going to use to pick the colors from. In this case, the hair color's mostly similar, but not quite. So you get the color reference and you go down to the layer that you want to be operational in. I'm just going to call this layer hair. And now you see for any overlap that was, it just gets covered up by the layer above it, like this. Which is pretty good. It means you can just be a bit careless on the layers below, because it really doesn't matter, because the layer above will just cover it all up. But you do have to be careful with lower layers, like the ones when they get covered, so obviously correct that. But in this case, the bottom layers you don't have to worry about. Oh yes, like I said, the hair color is similar but dissimilar. You can see actual tones. Lana's hair tone is lighter than her mother's, which is right, her mom's, which is right there. It's got a darker tone. But anyway, I was working on the skin tone, so let's go back to doing that. Okay, so what I like about this image is that there's actually not that many areas I have to work in. So most of the area is covered down here. Up here is just the sky. And I could put any element additionals in there, like a sub count, whatever I want up there. It's all free, it's all options. Oh hey, it's going great. How are you? I've just started colouring the picture in, so I'm not that far into it. If you remember the image I showed you yesterday, I had a problem with that because when I went to put the actual Nintendo Switch into the center area, it just wouldn't scale up properly. So what I had to do was take the upper section of the image where it says mixtape, and I kept having to drag it down, down and down until I found the right sweet spot. But I found it, and now whenever I put the Nintendo Switch into that image space in the middle, it shows up perfectly. And the cool bit about that is I can just like put additional stuff at the top, like a Pokemon team, or I could put my sub count. I could put whatever else I want there because I have extra space. So it's a benefit. I mean, it started out as a problem, but it became a benefit. Are you still streaming, or did you end your stream? Because I was listening to it, but then I had to go and make a lot of YouTube shorts. That took me about an hour to do. Oh, but did you solve the case? Or do you still have more to do before you solve it? You know, it was a good idea for yours to make another art stream. I haven't done one of them in a couple of weeks, so it's a nice change of pace. I was thinking about actually going to Scarlet and Violet again, but I tried it and I got really bored really quick, so I don't know whether I'm going to play Scarlet or Violet again. It's hard to go back to them. Not that I'm saying Legends ZA is amazing, it's just like, once you stop playing it, it's kind of like, I just can't be bothered. Oh, I'll make sure to watch that then, because that's the most fun bit. I really love the voice acting you and everyone else does. It makes the game feel more alive, and it makes it a lot of fun to listen to. Oh, you have to like send me a link of that, like a little clip, or just been going to share set it so that it shares a specific time, then I can hear that. I'll listen to that later. Because I want to hear you try that voice impression. Awesome, thank you. When I was playing Pokemon Scarlet on my birthday, I tried to get what was it? A Destiny Mark Swadloon, but I couldn't find not a shiny one anyway. I got 4 shiny Swadloons, and none of them had the mark. But then I just like threw a Pokeball at the random one, and it had the mark. So it's like, I'm not spending any more time in this game, so I'll just take the non-shiny and I'll be happy with that. I mean, and that's what I did. Caught that non-shiny, saved it, and turned the game off. I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I just can't be bothered playing that game for too long anymore. So I did like 4 hours, and I think that's long enough. And I didn't stream it because I didn't want to bore people with like me running around looking at little caterpillars like for 4 hours. I mean, who would want to watch that? I know I wouldn't, so I done it offline in my own time, had no success, caught a non-shiny, called it a day. True, but I want to make this like entertaining for other people, you know? And I guess that's why I didn't stream it. I thought nobody would be interested in seeing me doing that for 4 hours. And besides, it's more fun just run about Legends Arceus, Legends CA, and just catching random stuff. I got 2 shinies, and I'm building 11 decks in the actual ZA. I got 4 more shinies towards that 11 decks, so I'm about 15 out of 230 on the shiny 11 decks for Legends CA, so I'm making good progress. Yeah, that's true. So, I learned something new about Photoshop, and it's a cool little trick that I've been using. So if you have an image and you want it to look more like a circular tube, like you can just do this. Go into Edit, Transform, Warp, and then it lets you just bend it like that, right? And just like that, a square becomes a tube. I mean, it's really cool. I don't know how long that's been there for, but I'm going to be using that all the time now because that's how I made the fishing rod. I made each bit with that method. Making all these nice little circular blends. A blend here, here. It all just works. Photoshop is such a big application, and I'm pretty sure that I'm not using much of it, because there's so much you could do with it. Like, so many features. I'm not even that great at actually painting stuff in, so but I'm learning to get better at it. And I kind of wish I could do watercolors, but I'm still years away from even getting to that. Like, actually being able to use Photoshop to make an image that looks like a watercolor. Yeah, I'm not at that skill level yet. I wish I was. Okay, I missed a bit there. Oh, quick question. You want me to add your name somewhere on here? Because I could find a way to put it in, if you want to be added to it. Got plenty of space up here. I could put you on the rotum. It's up to you. Right. I need that color. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. I'll find a way to put your name onto it. And I need that image reference. Oh. I hate guessing colors, so I always keep a reference image that I can just color pick it from, and then I just put it into my layer. So if I have like this reference image, I can just color pick any part of it and use it as I want. Oh, Do you want to see a bug that I found in Pokemon ZA? Because I found one while I was playing earlier this morning. It actually causes the game to give you a black screen, and then it teleports you to where your last save point. Okay, cool. One moment. I mean, it's a pretty stupid bug. If you go near a fence at speed, you can get bugged out. Oh, sure. I mean, I was just running about wild and then I crashed into the fence and somehow I kind of went into the fence. Then it gives you a black screen. So it's kind of annoying. And you can't even escape from it. Once it happens, you're stuck. And you just have to wait. And if you have a Switch one, that wait can be about 10 seconds. So it's a long wait before you get control of the game back. And I thought like, oh no, is my game bugged? Am I stuck here forever? I was almost about to close the game when it finally teleported me out of there. You know, if you ever want me to make an image for you, I could do that. I made one for Sable. So if you have an idea of an image you want made at some point, you can shoot me the idea and I'll see if I can do that for you. And I did make an image for Lumi too. So I made an image for Lumi and Sable. I just like art projects, so if there's a challenge and it's going to be something that somebody wants, then I'm happy to do it. For me, getting back into Photoshop is kind of weird. There was so much that I didn't do any art for like almost 2 years, and then I just got back into it and I can't stop. I just feel like I have to make more art and keep getting better at making art, so I don't know, it's a weird kind of bug, hobby, whatever you want to call it. But I'm glad I'm doing it, it's creative and it's a good use of time. Okay, enjoy your food. Okay, create a new layer and call that blouse. Great. Position it below here. Yep, below that one. And awesome. You know what? This shade of blue is really nice. It's like a cyan color, but a bit lighter than that. It's a really nice color. Speaking of color, my actual clothes wardrobe needs more color. I've got too many grey items. Most of my colourful clothes, well, they got old. I need to buy more colourful clothes. Some oranges. Definitely some oranges. A few reds. Maybe a new denim jacket. Yeah, I got a lot of plans for my clothes, but it has to be more colourful for sure. Oops, I went a bit too far there. I went all the way over. I need to be careful about that. So, that bit's sorted. The brush is a bit big for up here. I'm going to size it down. Tidy up around the edges. I feel this should have a bit more of a curve. So I'm going to bring the curve in a bit. Okay, we go back up to 6 pixels. Because at 3 pixels is not enough for what I need to do in this section, so 6 it is. And we can narrow it down as we get further up the image. Awesome. Now this bit here definitely needs narrowed, so narrow away we go. And yeah, awesome. Awesome. And in this section up here, we're going to put some gold, which is what the colour is for these items. I'm not exactly sure what they are at the back of her neck, but there's some sort of weird golden necklace, and whatever it is, I have to add it, so it'll be golden. Whatever it is, it's gold. Oh, I missed a patch. I missed a patch right here. I'll come back to that. Oh good, my music's still going. Awesome. Last time I did the art stream, I forgot that the music had stopped. I wasn't even paying attention. So for like 40 minutes, there was no music. That was kind of bad. Well, actually more than bad, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Right, increase the pixel width to 6 and go from that. The pixel width of 6 pixels, right, that's a great number for this resolution. So at what, 1080, it just fits perfectly with most of the elements. So I can go in here and it won't really stretch out. So yeah, it's just 6 pixels. It's ideal for most of the colouring in that I'll be doing in this. Any more or any less isn't right, so just saying. Okay, it's a bit of colour lap over here. That would be in layer 2. Or is it? I have to actually name these ones, because I'm a bit confused. There, we got it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. One of the most important things to do in this is keeping track of all the layers in the image. So, as you can see, I'm starting to build up the layers. It's not many at the moment, but by the time I'm done, it'll be probably about 200 layers, give or take. My last image was a lot more, but that one was a lot bigger. Way bigger. It was 4K, and it had a whole section to it. Whereas this one just has a big gap in the middle, so that makes stuff a lot easier. But it's still going to go up to about 200. And of course, fix this little bit up here. Oh wow, I just noticed that the whole time it's never shown where my cursor was on the screen, so I fixed that. Now we can see the actual section that I'm working on. Hopefully that makes stuff a lot better. I mean, it should. So, so for the necklace, I'm gonna go with a chrome color, and the ring itself, that'll be a vibrant gold. More vibrant than the rest of the gold you see on screen right now, so let's see how vibrant I can make it. Oh, that's nice. Right, that'll work. But the brush has to be smaller, so let's just put that down to 2 pixels. And for this, I'm just going to put a basic chrome color here, but I'll come back to it later and I'll actually make it have a metal sheen to it. Same for the ring, and it's pretty easy to do. I'll probably end up doing that offline though, because I've got so much to color in. But we'll see, maybe I can get to it. But for the time being, let's just color the basic stuff in and we can go from there. So there is one issue I have with this image, and it's probably coming pretty apparent if you look at it. Right, look at the mother, look at the daughter. They're very blue. Look at what's the colour of the sky? Blue. What's the colour of the ocean? Blue. And what's the colour of Popplio? Blue. I'm gonna have so many blues, I'm gonna have to kind of like find a way to differentiate between them so that all doesn't just kind of blend together. And the only way I can see myself doing that is setting the time to maybe dusk, when the sun's going down, but not quite. Just something to break up all the blues and kind of like differentiate them. So I'll probably go for a kind of like sunset vibe, just to make sure that the blues pop and it doesn't all kind of visually merge together into one kind of giant blue slop. Which would be horrible because I put a lot of effort into this image and I want it to look good. Right, I need another colour reference and it's going to be her skin tone. So we'll get the skin tone and we'll go from there. Close off the lana layer and go under the close layer and apply the skin tone. Right now, we're not going to worry about like details like the eyes, the eyelashes, etc. because they're all layers above the skin tone and you don't have to deal with that right now. The main thing is just to block in the skin tone and then go from there. As you see, the hair tone is already above. That means I can just go like wee and just like randomly apply the color, and you're never going to see the messy lines under the hair because the blue hair covers it. So like there, that would look awful, right? But when you activate the layer above, awesome. Actually looks like I'm being clean and tidy. But in reality, I'm just not bothering, and the layers above hide all the mess. And it's the same for down here. The necklace and the ring, that's automatically going to cover up underneath the skin tone. So like that. Boop. I don't even have to bother about it. It's so awesome. And that's what happens when you order your layers properly. I mean, some color sections are so much easier to do. And you want those problematic sections to be the ones that are underneath. And that way you can just like broadly swipe across the image and it still looks good. Okay, looking good so far. Quite good actually. I'll do the pearls on her head. And then we can do some work on the eyes. The eyeballs, the actual eyes, and let me see what else. Yeah. So we head back up and get our reference image. And the pearls are this kind of grey-blue colour. Now in this reference image, they're kind of really flat. I'm going to make them pop in 3D once I get to actually doing the light and shadows, but for the time being, I'm just going to take the base colour that is shown here and colour it in. And because it's a hair art, so I'm going to make the layer under the hair, and that means that it's very easy to colour in. So this layer will be called pearls, and it'll be a quick colour. Well, at least it will be once they correct this little problem. So there we go. Hide up these edges. Yep, looking good. Make a few adjustments and... Oh no, I didn't get it, apparently. I know what happened. You always have to pay attention to details, so... There we go, we've got it now. Color sample obtained. Let's do the pearls. Oh, that's the problem bit here. I didn't clean up the line work in that section enough. But I'm sure it won't matter. Is that okay? Yeah, it's just a bit of a blur. It's not a problem. Now for the eyes, I like to create a folder and just group them all up together, because it's a number of individual elements that all come together to make them, so I just make stuff cleaner having it all grouped up, so I'm just going to call this layer eyes, and then put it all together. Up here, and we're going to make ourselves a nice circle. We don't have to worry about its shape exactly right now because that's not so important. The important bit is actually making it, and which is what we're doing now. So I've made it, and you can just drag it over. As you see, it's big. It's too big. We're going to skew that into shape, bit by bit, and any excess we can just cut off. Oops, I did not mean to move it. My bad. I want to skew it. Yeah, that'll be okay. So let's just rub that bit out. Eraser tool. No. Maybe I have to take a bit off here. And pull it in a bit here. It's not too bad, but it can be improved, so let's just get the basic bits put into place. And again, another blob of white. We're going to shape, skew, and bend it into our alignment. And I can use the warp tool to get a refined layout. So I start with a skew. And let's try to warp that now. See if the warp actually makes the skew look better. So warp tool. Oh, awesome. Yep, I like that. So we warp the other one, because the bit is squared off on the right side, so let's just put a little bit of a warp onto that. So and the same on this area of it. Yeah, that's an improvement. Hide it up top. And there we go. And if for some reason I feel that it's too wide, I can just do that. So, our eyes have a base blue, a white center. I don't want to do the hard black border in the actual eye because I don't like the look of that. We're going to go with a soft color setting, and if it doesn't look right, then if I have to, I'll black border it, but for the time being, I want to avoid that, so select the base tone, get back into the image, and we're going to check up here. Now for this bit, we need a bit more white, and that's easily applied. I'm just going to do a quick swab all the way down the middle. Then we kind of widen them here. Now the next trick is, one sec. To make the image of a shade, we apply a top layer above that. 5, 3, shade. We swatch the actual blue, create a little dub spot. So we're going to hear it. We got a little dub spot. Then we darken that. And let's see how that looks over the actual eye. Is it enough of a darkness or is it not? If it's not, we darken it more. So, yeah, that's a nice darkness. So we want that color. And it might look weird if I'm just going over the whole eye and hiding the detail I've done already, but it'll make sense in a minute. I promise. It's all about shortcuts. At least that's the way I look at it. The most efficient path to the best result. Even though it looks destructive or conflicting. Okay, so to actually resolve this issue, you make a circle and you go like delete. And then you put a bit of opacity onto it. And you get the result that you want. I do believe this looks better than using a hard black line, which is not what I want to do. I don't want any hard black lines up in this section of the image. Okay, great. Now let's look at the eyeballs for the parent and see what kind of lighting they have. So in the reference image from Pokemon Company, the colour actually looks to be very similar. So we're going to go with that, and we'll repeat the same process. Oops, that's way too big, my bad. It just zoomed all the way up to 15 pixels. Now we add a bit of white. So we go into here and get the white selection going. And this will be a nice sweep down the middle. That's a bit too high though, so I want everything to sit in the center, and that looks okay. Same for, no, that's too wide. A bit more, a bit less. Yeah, that'll do. Select the base eye color from here, go up into shade layer, and create a swab. Darken it by I'll just say minus 60. Minus 60 will do. We've got the swab, and we can then get into actually applying that. Or did I get it? It didn't pick up. Let's try that again. Blue. Darken. Minus 60. Okay, 100% got it now. 100%. Oh wow, that looks good now. Quite improvement. Right, for this bit, I want to actually tackle the actual skyline, so I need to figure out what kind of lighting I would like. It can't be too orange, but at the same time it can't be too blue, so I have to find a colour tone that sits right between blue and orange that actually makes the image come together. And stops them all kind of like blending into a big mess, so let's see about doing that. What I normally do for the actual sky is very quite simple. What you want to do is pick a colour, roughly. I'm going to pick a light orange and a bluey colour, and I'm going to hit the gradient tool and see what I get. Hey, that's actually kind of nice. Wow. First time, first go, huh? Yeah. Awesome. It looks very serene. I could go with that. Absolutely. First time, first go, I got the perfect colour. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now the next step is the ocean, so we need to get an ocean colour. So this will definitely be more blue. So we take away the sandy orange colour and go more here. Or do we? Let's see. What colour can I get up to this bit? Well, the ocean's being lit by the sunset. Let's go down to this bit. No, that's not right. Let's if we go that way. Okay, that'll work. What would if I actually selected the whole bottom layer? Well, only selected part of it, apparently. Let's do that again. Right, I'll go with that. It's a lovely sunset image now, apparently. I like it. Well, that looks good, but I still need to make stars, so let's see if I can actually find any in my collection. Something that looks remotely like stars. That's not too great, but the Kyle brush is probably the best option. I'll just see if I can find any different. No, that's not right. Right, so we'll knock out these bigger bits because we want our stars to be just a nice size. And we don't want them to overlap on the clouds, so any ones that overlap on clouds just have to go. Like here. And these really big ones don't look good, so again we'll knock those out. Gone, 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 gone. That cluster, no. Gone, 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 gone. Take all these away. Now, what I learned from doing stars last time was, you have to have some colourful ones. I'll go with orange and red, I believe, yes. Orange and red will be pretty good. So, we get a brush again. And I'm going to splatter some Kyle dots. So, boom, boom, boom. Just like this, right? Some gentle placements. And now we apply some of the yellow, which should be over here. We want it to be a bit vibrant. Okay, I believe that's enough. Take these ones out here, that's a bit too big. Those are all in the wrong places. A bit too big. Those are not where they should be. Again, I don't want any actually over the clouds, I want them to be under the clouds, so again, just erase any that gets to near a cloud. And if they look too big, you can either delete them or just opacity them. So I'm going to put a bit of opacity in the coloured ones because I don't want the colour to be too strong. So you just pull the colour up a bit. How about 80% on the opacity? Seems fine. Oh no, that color just sticks out too much, so we'll go down to 60. I like color, but I don't like it to be that bold. It's still too high. Okay, on that note, I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Awesome. Now for any keen observation, you'd notice that Lana's pants don't actually have the waves logo on the bottom. I have to add that. And I didn't want to add an actual hard line for that section. Last time I'm just going to go in with a nice white and ink it out, so that's what we'll do. Let's get back into a general brush and size that general brush right down. Go to about 20 maybe, see how that looks. Let me quickly check the reference image just to be sure that I'm doing it right. So it's kind of like that. Okay. And I need to take up a bit higher, so awesome. Okay, got it. Let's rub out that bit out there. And we do the same over here. Reduce the pixels a bit so we can actually get into that space. And since we're working around hands, we have to be a bit careful. Oh, got a bit problem with the blouse up here. I'll fix that. I feel like you see all these little dots, yeah. That's where the paintbrush hasn't properly applied, so I have to address that. Awesome. But it's a bit high, so we're just going to... Yeah, no, that's okay. But now let's fix up the blue blouse and get back to making the water strokes. Now, the way I avoid inconsistency is actually quite simple. So, what you want to do is to copy one of them, you paste it, and since the material is curving in a certain direction, I have to actually bend it with the material. But it'll take more than bending by the looks of it. I have to skew this one too. So we're gonna go like that. Yeah, actually, that's good. So, and we take one more of that, and this one's going to come over here. Same height. Oh, I took a bit too much from there. Awesome. Okay, now we do this again, but repeat it on the other side. and we flip them horizontal. So it's like that, right? But before I do that, I'm going to take out this section. This big arc here just needs to go away, and this arc here, yeah, that goes too. That gives us the baseline, and we flip it. Flip horizontal, and position. And we repeat it across. And for one last time. But we have to be careful. We're going to do one more repeat. This time, this one will need a big skew on it because it's got a tilt, so kind of tilt it like that. Right. Right, so I'm working in the palm tree section, and we're going to block out the base colour. Oh, and I can see right here that my ocean line, yeah, the ocean is a bit too high up. So I'll correct that right now. And that's sorted. That was an easy fix, so the ocean line is fixed. Back to the palm trees. Half the pixels, and just tighten to the spot here and here. And let's just do all the tight spots along the edges, then we can go big. That will save time. Any other spots? Yes, it is. Down here. So we've got a few tight spots in here. And with those tight spots done, we can go back to a larger brush. Okay, maybe 6 is a bit too much for here. Let's go 5. 5 should be fine. And it is, so we do 5 for the rest. Okay, so what happened right there is the classic error. I hadn't clicked out of the previous layer and I hadn't noticed it, so that means I have to backtrack. But backtracking now is better than being done later, so I'll do it right now. I don't mind redoing this small section. But you always have to pay attention to what layer you're operationally in within Photoshop, otherwise you can get big problems. Okay, so if you look at the ocean here, you see right now it's just a single gradient layer. So that's going to have to be worked on a lot more. It will end up being about 4 or 5 layers to make a realistic looking ocean. I'm going to have water splashing up against the stones. So I'm going to put this ocean layer into its own group because that'll take a lot of time. And I'll just call it Ocean 1 Base because that's what it is, it's a base. Ocean 1 Base. That's right, naming conventions matter, and that's what I do with my stuff. I always have my own style of putting stuff together, so I do like name, hashtag, name dash hashtag dash number, bracket, name, bracket. So you can easily see what stuff is and keep all on track of what order stuff goes in. If you do that, it makes it a lot easier to manage your layers. Because when you have a lot of layers, it's like, okay, what does this do? What does that do? What order does that go in? If you have it all ordered, named, and all that sort of stuff, it's so much easier to manage a large image. Which is what this will ultimately be. But right now, what we have is the basic colouring. And that's what we're putting together. I'll do the palm tree stems, just a nice basic brown. Then I'll do Poplio, then I'll do Rotom. Sounds good to me. So is my music still going? It is. Awesome, awesome. Let me check my YouTube tab for a second. All good. It looks like Lumion and Lord Shadow went live, so depending on when I finish, I'll tune into one of those. But for the time being, I'm going to focus on this. How is that a good shade of brown? I'm doubtful. Right here? Yeah, it's better. With a bit of darkness, it just comes together. Oh, it's Power World. That's awesome. I love Power World. I mean, I like watching Lumi play Power World, but I don't have it myself. The reason is I don't like seeing Pokemon get hurt, so I wouldn't do it myself, but I don't mind seeing other people. I'm messing my words up so badly. I don't mind other people doing Power World and me watching it. But I don't want to play it myself because I couldn't kill Pokemon. That would be so brutal, so... It's contradictory, isn't it? Very contradictory. So let's look at Poplio. I'm gonna get a popular color reference and use that. So okay, this is our popular color reference. We'll start with the base blue, which is what you want. That's weird. The lineup for popular has these weird bits in it, so I'm going to check that real quick. Try to figure out what that is. Oops, that took a bit too much off. There's all these white fragments along the edge, like here. I'm not sure what that is, but I have to scrub it off. It must have been when I was actually warping the image. Warping the lines. So when you warp something to shape, I guess the black kind of blurred into a grey. Which would be, it's a bit annoying. Look at there, that's a lot of grey. Okay, that is looking a bit better. I got rid of some of the grey artifacting, and popular body, and tied up the lines. There's still a bit of artifacting up here. Let's skip that out. And to deal with this artifact, I'm probably just going to draw it back in. Because it's just grayed too much. As you can see, when it got warped, the colour just seeped out. So we'll sort that. Nope, no. Don't want none of the fragments, so bit of it there, I believe. Or did I just miss a colour? Maybe I missed a colour in that section, so let's check that real quick. No. Gosh, no. Blue. True blue. Awesome. I don't mind colouring this bit in here blue because it's just going to be phased, so what you want to do is get at least the head mostly coloured in. Right, those bits are white and white, so no problem. I'm going to colour pick the pink and I'll swap it around. Put this layer to white. Okay, cool. I'll have the pixel diameter for working on the paws, so that goes in nice. Yep, perfect. Straight in. Alright, it's 11:53 in my time zone. I'll go for a bit longer. It's fine. Create a new layer. Body, nose. Body, 3, comma. Body 1, base. Okay, all numbered and sorted. Awesome. Okay, this mouth is just different shades of pink, so I'll do this together. We start out like this. No problem. Then we darken it a bit. I'm going to contrast out most of the colour. But I'm not happy with that. It's just weird. Okay. Oh, I have to take contrast into negative. Got it. Okay. Negative the contrast. Let me do another layer. We don't want it that bright, so again, go negative the contrast. Body 4, grip mouth. And this one is easy. So we're just going to select a bit of black. Let's just double check the image. Right, okay. So we need to lighten it a bit. But for the time being, we do that. Get a circle. Hit like that. And then make it a bit lightened. But you can't, here's the trick, you can't just like lighten black. You need to use legacy mode. Yeah, that's it. Legacy mode works. Awesome. Okay, that's properly done. It wasn't too much in the way of colouring for him, so awesome for that one. My next target is Rotom, and I figure if I colour Rotom and the actual mixtape text in, that'd be good for one stream. I've got most of the base colouring done, and overall it's looking pretty good so far. At least in my opinion. I might even colour a fence in, so yeah, that's an idea too. So what goes in front of the ocean? The fence. Let's pick a nice chunky kind of brown. Not too mahogany-like, but also not too light. Somewhere in between that. That's what I need. And it can't match the blue, so not too light, not too dark, not too orange. I'll try this shade and see what it looks like. Right, there's a bit of overlay from Poplio, so I'll correct that. And this line isn't connected, so where is that in the actual image? Scene, main, let's just briefly flick to black. And that's at what? 3 pixels? That's too much. Okay, sorted. Go back from the Poplio there and close up line art. Body base. This is the kind of thing that happens when you go through an image, right? Some of you will get underfilled, the rest will get overfilled, and you'll notice that in the process. You say, oh, I haven't got enough colour there. Oh, it got a bit too much, it spills that over here. And you just have to keep paying attention to that. And like here, like, there's a line here that I can fill in. Sorted. And you just keep going through it and you notice these little problem areas and fix them up. So back to the fence. We want to fill this in with a nice brown. Question is, would I actually put a line there? Because if I do, it's going to create a very blocky point right in that section. I'm leaning towards not doing that. I might just leave it like that. Because the issue is, too many black lines converging at one point makes the rest of them seem kinda faded. Like it's like, oh, you didn't bother to refine that section? That's bad. Alright. Got a bit of overspill up here. Okay. A bit of underfill here. Fine. Now for the next part we're going to Rotom and we'll round off up out there. So enough of the scenery colouring and get up here, get my Poplio. Read our reference image. So where's our reference? Line art. Scene. Rotom. Do we have our colour reference up here? Yes, we do. Let's just make him apparent. So there's our colour reference. We're going to reference this guy for colour. Start out with this vibrant red. No, I don't want to make details like that. Body, 1, base. Oh hey, welcome! I made you a mod, just so you know. So where was I? Yeah, I was up here. Oh, you deserved it. You've visited my channel often enough that there's no reason I shouldn't give it to you. So, we're just gonna start here. Alright, so this is my image so far. It's gonna be my new layout, for vertical stuff. I've just started putting the colours into it, so there's no lighting, there's no shadow, there's not much texture. I'm just getting the basic colours done, and from there I can start adding to it. And the whole bit in the middle, I'm just going to delete the whole middle section right here, because that's where the switch stuff will appear. But I'm leaving it the middle bit in for now, because it just looks nice. If you want to. Alright, awesome. If you want to add a command, I'm sure you can. I don't know how to do it myself, but by all means, you can add a silly command like that. Okay. I'll check if Nightbot added that. Nightbot, where are you, Nightbot? Dashboard. Commands. Okay, Nightbot didn't add the command, so I put it in myself. I'm not sure why it didn't do it. I thought all moderators could add a command. Maybe you have to be a managing moderator. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that could be it. But anyway, I added that command for you, so it should work. If you want it adjusted, just tell me. Oh, you know what? Maybe it didn't work because there's already a blitz command. That could be it. Yeah, I think it's it because, as you say, I already have a blitz command, so... Like I said, I can adjust that. I just made it short. Oh, I've never really messed about with Nightbot much, other than add it to the channel. I'm not good with command line stuff, so I kinda stay away from that. If you want that shortened or changed, or maybe you can try adding the command with a slightly different name so it's not just Blitz. Oh, I just go by Lay, so Lay. Not he, just Lay. Yeah, I've never really identified with he because I just haven't. So I like it neutral, and I go with Lay, Lem, etc. Oh, sorry. Oh, where was I? Yeah, I said Lay, so it's just my weird accent. Don't mind me. Alrighty, so I'm not sure which bit's the text and which isn't. I erased a few too many lines at that point, so I don't know what I should have in that junction. But I'll just leave it all red, because why not? So how has your day been? Oh, that's okay. I have a weird voice anyway. I know that. It's all good. My day's been pretty good. A bit cold, but fine otherwise. I heard you're getting back into doing live streams. Is that true? So you won't just be posting clips, you'll be actually streaming content again? Because I would watch that if you are going to do that. Are you going to post Pokemon ZA streams? Because that'd be good. Oops, wrong brush. How bad. Got the base color put on. Now we need to look at the other color. Where was it? Color reference. We need white and a blue. Did I get it? No, I did not. Got the blue. Go white and blue. Oh, and I hope your ear infection clears up. Those can be pretty annoying. I'm going to flip the color here and just put in a base white. Then I can immediately hit it again and I flip that and that becomes blue. I don't know what color to use for my font. It can't be red. I also don't want it to be white. First off, I got to categorize this. So I'll just call this the eye color. Body to eye. Right, let's play about with colors a bit and see what would look good for a font. Can't be blue. No. Maybe an orange? Orange might be good. No, that actually looks pretty bad. Maybe if I brighten it. Oh, yellow. There's the answer. I like that color. Not as much as purple, but it's a good color. Electric yellow, like a Pikachu. Pikachu yellow. So good. Oh, it's a bit of overspray. And the same for there. I don't know. Welcome back. If you want to add a command too, then go ahead. So, I'll try white for the other side of the font, so yellow and white. Why not? Oh, that's awesome. Electric Pikachu and white. How did everything go, Blitz? And how was the dinner? Meal? You know, hopefully it was good. Oh, oversprayed. Oh, nice. I actually haven't ate much today. I went to McDonald's about 6 hours ago and then came home and just started making content. So after I'm done, I'll probably go cook something and watch a live stream. Or maybe even a movie. I don't know. But yeah, as you can see, it's coming together. I'm getting all the base colours into the image. I'm just going to finish up with the rotom. After I've done the rotom, I'll cut the stream. Because I think it's enough progress for one day. The clouds look good. Stars look good. Awesome, I'm glad you like it. It's just a random design I wanted to make because I love Sun and Moon and I needed a vertical layout, so stars aligned and this is the result. I'm going to put your name in the middle, if I can show you. Oh, I can, right, so I'll be like, hidden in here or something. Where Rotom is, like on the screen? Yeah, that's where I'll put your name. Somewhere in here. And you can just like rasterize it, so rasterize, type, and I can just go like that, and right away it looks like part of the screen. And if you want it a bit further down, maybe about there. That's pretty good. And legacy. Actually, I'll leave that for now. A color reference. What do I need? So it's a blue screen. Colors. Oops. Blue and white. Cool. Awesome, that's looking pretty good. Rotom really is a colourful Pokemon. Yes, it has reds, blacks, blues. Very colourful. Now the easy way to put the white in is to put it underneath the actual blue, so that you don't actually have to worry about overlapping, or at least not much. So I'm gonna go with 15. That should be okay. And because it's underneath, I can just be a bit rough with the colouring and it won't really matter. But now my mixtape font doesn't look right. What colour would be better? I don't know. Got any suggestions? What colour would be good for the tape part? Yellow's good. That stands out nicely, but the white is kind of messed up now. It has to be something other than white, so let me look through the palette. So, it can't be red, it can't be blue, it can't be white. Okay, just make it all one color. I can try that. So that always happens. Whenever you like paint, just paste in, it gives you all these rough edges. Just let me crush those out. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good font. So he just needs one more bit of color, or should I say the absence of color. The absence of color is black, and then a little bit of a black patch right up in here. But I'll have to like, make it a bit more grey because it's just going to ruin with blend in with the line work. So let me just pass to that for a moment. There, I can see what I'm actually working with. Right. Great. Awesome. Real tone is complete. Well, I need to get a little bit of yellow in here, so for a couple of hours work, I would say that's pretty good. I made a lot of progress. I can do that. I want to have orange starfish, so the starfish should have a base orange color, which can be done. Where is it? Oh, they are. They're not filled in yet, so... And they're quick to do, so I'll just start them. So the starfish should be orange with red dots for, you know, like they have these little feet on them? Lots of little tiny feet that make them move. All its little feet will be red, and its body will be orange. Right. Just pick out a nice orange. Yeah, I love orange. Did you ever play Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus? You know the one you go around shooting stuff? Dirge of Cerberus? Yeah, so let me see if I can get a reference image. Like, I'll just add this image to the stream so you can see it. Image, browse, desktop. There we go. That is Shelk. She's got like lightsabers. And whole theme is orange. And that's why she's my favourite character in the game. Not only because her theme is orange, but she has basically energy-linked lightsabers, and what's even cooler is, she has stealth camouflage. So she can walk about in stealth camouflage and come at you with like electric lightsabers. And when she fights you, her eyes turn orange. She's like the queen of orange. It's actually quite a good game if you play it by mouse and keyboard. But if you try to do it by controller, then it's not fun. But yeah, you can play it by mouse and keyboard, it's fun. That's the way I played it on the PlayStation 2. Mouse and keyboard. Enemy to the starfish. So what I'm going to do with the starfish is, this is just temporary, but I'll show you. So I'll get red and take the brush size down a bit. Down to big. How about 3? I'll make this. Like all its little tiny legs will be all over it. Like that. Obviously not like that, but like this. Think of it like that. And when you zoom it out, oh look, you can see all the tiny little legs it has. Now for the seashell, I'll go with a bit of cream, borderline white. There you go. How does that look? I haven't done the fishing rod, obviously, and all the hell at the back, all the rocks out in the water, but I just wanted to get the main bits done, and I believe I've done that, so I'm really happy with the progress. That looks pretty cool. Oh, okay. Why not? Okay, starfish. Orange. Oh, okay, then it needs to go back. Just press Control and do. Well, I'd probably end the stream here. Do you want to join me on the raid to, say, Lumi's stream, if she's still on? Let me check. I don't know. She's still online. You could just, like, give her a little mini raid. Awesome. Just one moment. Okay, awesome. Oh, by the way, thank you for all your feedback. I appreciate the input into my artwork. Not only does it help, but it adds personality because it's not just me who made the image, really. It's like the people who suggested ideas, because they become a part of the image, you know? They contributed, and it becomes more than just a passion project. It becomes like a mini group project, a collaboration. Okay, sure. So, Lumi link. And I'll end it there. And thank you for all the feedback and reviews and everyone who visited. I really appreciate it, and hope to see you over there, and hope that you have a great rest of your night. Thank you, thank you. Okay, bye.